You know,
Are you working
I can understand now why that guy. There was more to that. What he called you a Berber,
Berber, yeah.
that Berber thing. Then we know,
setting up the stream
behind it because
and
they had some Jewish Berbers. So not only you Berber,
yeah,
but
we're live. We're live now.
you were
Yeah. Yeah,
All
I thought you would enjoy that one.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet, but
All right, cool. All right. Everybody, another episode 76. Thank you guys for coming. Special guest today is Brandon Cooper. And because Auntie Crystal late, we had to get another auntie. So she said she had tried. Let's beer in. What y'all got today?
I'm drinking wine today.
Okay.
It is Stella Rose Black.
Ooh, you got the whole bottle. You just drinking straight out the bottle?
Straight out the bottle from the
I'm gonna pour a glass for the people. I just want y'all to know what kind of wine I was drinking.
I mean, I'm not judging you. I drink right out the bottle too, so it's cool with me.
I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet, but I will pour me a glass to enjoy.
Yeah, Stella, that's the best tasting kind I've had.
It is so good. This is one of the best Christmas gifts I got, honestly.
Nice.
Okay, what you got, Coop?
I ain't turned up nothing yet, but a little later I'm gonna get right to some Jameson.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, I love a good Jameson.
I understand. Yeah. And Uncle Pooper, what you got today?
Surprise, we're drinking Bourbon County.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, so this is the 2020 Bourbon County. This is just the regular style.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Grandpa, what you got today?
Yeah, that has been aged.
Oh, it hasn't been.
No, not this one. Not this one. We bought some just for the shows. Just go keep drinking.
Buy more for the show. Grandpa, what you got? What you in for today?
Oh, okay. I'm with the Samuel Adams. You know the what do I call it? Saturday winter lager. It's not a bad deal either.
Winter lager. I'm assuming
winter lager. Okay.
I'm glad that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I was lost.
I got this Newcastle Brown Ale. This is the last of the box that I had that Auntie keeps talking about me drinking so much in the last episode on.
Oh yeah.
The variety box. So give us your ratings. What's your wine rating?
It's a 10. I love this wine. It's my favorite.
Straight to the top.
Fall the chair with 10s.
Yep.
Well, Cooper, I know you said you're gonna take some Jameson later, so we'll just assume what that rating is. Uncle Pooh, what you got?
I got an 8.
I'm gonna go 8 on the Jameson myself as well.
Okay. I'm gonna try this.
Jameson is good though.
Yep.
This Newcastle.
What's your rating?
It's a 6.5 for this Newcastle. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's beer. It's drinkable.
It's beer. I'll go with that. It's wet.
I was gonna say Jameson is slowly replacing Hennessy for the go-to for the Negro at the bar. He's like
the Negro at the bar.
It's like people like, you got Hennessy? No, I'll get the Jameson.
Give me the Jameson.
Is that what they doing?
Yeah, man. Like when I first got back to Detroit, huh?
Yeah, slowly but surely, for sure. Ginger ale, Jameson, or Jameson straight. Yep.
Well, I can dig that. Grandpa, what you rating your winter lager?
I'm going to 6.5. I can always move up to 7.
Started the same number.
One day I won't reach that mark.
Right? Hey, he must like that one. He liked that one if he started at 6.5.
Oh yeah.
Me and Grandpa, not only did we match in numbers for ratings, but I got my heater on in this office with the door closed too. So we also being overheated in the office space.
I got my heater on.
I'm gonna turn the heater down some more. I had a little Johnny Walker there too.
Oh.
Johnny Walker there.
Okay.
Jack Daniel, my friend.
I love Jack.
Getting turned up a little bit.
I love Jack. Little Coke, I'm good to go. I love Jack Daniels.
Well, let's get into it. This is the last show of the year. So
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me see here. So Coop, man, you're the special guest today. Want to introduce yourself? Give a little blurb to the people.
For sure. Appreciate you guys having me. I'm Brandon Cooper, CEO of Aphid. We provide automation solutions for consumers and businesses. So what we do for businesses, we provide chatbot virtual assistants for websites to automate processes, kind of like a digital sales agent. And then for consumers, the everyday people, next year we've invented a process that's going to allow robots to work for people, and you make money off the robots you control. So that's what I'm a CEO of a team of it's not just me, but it's a team of 31 people in the company, and we did it all bootstrap. So yeah, I'm grateful.
Hey man, we're grateful for having you, man. So what part do you want to get into explaining to the people first who may not understand the business model? Because you said a few different things, man.
For sure. Yeah, we could talk about the business part. I think would be a lot of, well, I can explain both as best I can so everyone can understand it on a simplistic level, non-techie way. For businesses, typically you go to a website and you'll see an icon on the bottom where you can click on it and it pops up and say, hey, welcome to the site. How can I help you? It's the same way that if you went to a mall or walk into a store, a sales rep on the floor will walk up to you and assist you. So just think about that when you're on the internet. You're shopping as a customer and you need assistance in real time. We create and anticipate the automated responses for the person visiting. So let's say, for instance, Sean, like if you had a website, abc.com, you can focus on your business while we automate the responses. Typically, as a business owner, especially for small businesses, you're probably repeating the same information over and over again to new customers. What are your prices, or are you open on certain times of like during a holiday, are you open, right? Are you open on Christmas Eve, Christmas? We can automate all of those responses for your business, and it's going to increase your sales up to 70%. It'll cut down on operational costs by 30% as well. And then you also eliminate human error. If you have a sales rep who doesn't may forget something, a robot doesn't forget, it only knows what we program it to do. So that's what we do on the business level. I'll just open it up if there's any questions on that piece before we talk about the B2C model.
70 plus 30 sounds like you increased the business by 100%, man. Like, so that's, I mean, like what made you come about making this company? And like, was it like a moment where you're just like, dang, what am I doing wrong here? And you just decided to make something? Like, what was the story behind all this? This sounds really interesting, man.
Yeah, so actually the company was created out of really just tired of working manually, like just manual work. I've always been tired of just working at a job and such. The reason why I say that is because I'll get to it in a second, but it was created for the B2C model. We actually put the business model first, to go SaaS, to go B2B first, just to generate revenue and things like that, opposed to, okay, well, let's build up this community and try to figure out how we're going to make money. B2B already made sense to automate those solutions. So our goal as a company was to find a niche vertical and go into that vertical. So our first vertical that we're going into is the cannabis industry. So we have cannabis clients, cannabis websites and companies that have multiple stores. People that are shopping, they want to know, do you guys have pre-rolls? Do you have indica? You have hybrids, whatever. The bot automates all these responses for them. So we're going to start there, and then we're going to open it up to all other verticals. I know a lot of small businesses, so attacking that and seeing how I can help small businesses operate better, because they probably don't have an extra 50 to 70,000 to pay a salesperson. If they can at least get the ball rolling with the sales agent on their website, it'll help them out there. So it's not taking anyone's job or anything like that. It benefits the small businesses. And then for the larger enterprises, we're providing data metrics, qualitative data, that they can use these metrics to enhance things like cart abandonment, bounce rates, retention in general.
Oh man, what is cart abandonment? What is that? I think I can understand what retention rate is, but cart abandonment is like what people are they're putting their card information in, but they're not hitting complete order or something like that, or?
Yeah, so it's basically they're basically adding items into their cart, like they're about to check out, and then they leave the site.
Okay. Grandpa, like, what do you think about all this, man? This dude is talking about automating sales, essentially, sales questions and things. Like, you don't even talk to people on the internet no more. This dude's talking about just streamlining the purpose. What do you think about that, Grandpa?
I'm just, oh, you asking Grandpa what he thinking about it? I think it's wonderful. No, you know what, though, I've been constantly talking about turning the corner, making that left turn, a little bit left of center. And this particular program here has introduced me to quite a few people who may not know it, but that social media have brought things to light. I'm telling you, we on our way. Now, Freddie may not agree with my optimism, but I see so much that happened on this program and so many different people who are so well qualified. I know we're on our way. So, yeah, I think what he was talking about is great, you know, automation.
Well, think about it. Like, how long did it take you to build this company up to where it is, Brandon?
Yeah, so we started last March. It's really,
Wow.
we had a previous business model. Before we were going to launch, we were doing things in the creative economy, and we did a name change, and then we did a complete pivot in AI. I said, well, we need to go into, this is the future. This is where I foresee it going. And we started last March, just trying to find our identity, what that looked like. Primarily, the B2B didn't exist at all. It was all the B2C model that I'm going to tell you guys about in a few of how and why I started the company. But yeah, only you know, going on 2 years, almost 2 years, not even yet.
Wow. And like, Grandpa, this dude went to, he graduated from Michigan State a little bit before me. What year? I was 11. What year were you?
I'm actually a college dropout. I'm one of the. I'll be one of those dropout stories. But I left in 2007. So I actually did 3 years. It never was for me, but you know, I think that's okay. It wasn't. I could have definitely finished out and everything, but I mean, even when I was on campus, I was doing a home-based business. It's always just been in my blood. I was selling products, network marketing. You guys have probably seen one or know people who've done it, but that was my introduction in entrepreneurship, just going to people's houses and leading a team. I mean, at that time, I was 19. I had a team of 130 people in my organization. So it really broke the ice for me as an entrepreneur and got my feet wet, introduced me into Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, all of these different books that made me who I am today.
No, that's great, man. Like,
Mhm.
so like get into the AI space and all that. So you're the CEO and everything, but so I believe you were. So you just like what was the catalyst though? What was the catalyst that made you just like say, I'm done. I'm done working for somebody else. I'm about to make this idea I have come to reality, come to fruition.
Yeah, so I was a senior advisor at Apple
Mhm.
for 7 years. I did everything from mentoring, basically where I controlled. I had a big team, or they called it like a tier under you. They can't figure the issues out. They'll bring it up to you for advice and things like that. And then the company basically hit a point where, you know, the traffic got too busy, and to the point where it stopped becoming a screening process, to where I might as well just had less stress as a senior advisor and just probably worked at worked at the lower tier, you know, because you have a lot more responsibility as the highest level of support. And it was at that point where you just felt like you were on a plantation. And I know we talked about college boys, we use that word, but it's polished slavery, right? You know, it's not they don't whip you on your back. And doesn't apply to every job, but this is just some of the situations that I see from my peers and things like that, where people dread Monday mornings. And you know, what, to answer your question, what led me to create the company was um, the micromanaging aspect of different managers, and you know, hey, let's do a meetup, and it was just constantly breathing on my neck in the data. And, hey, let's do this, and where are we at with this? Where are we at with that? And it was so constant, so busy. I said, man, I wish I could just have a version of me working while I'm at the beach. And that's how I actually created what I'm the most excited about for our company, which is our B2C model, where me and you as the everyday person is going to have a digital version of ourselves working as a sales agent in our network. So what we do, and the reason why we started with B2B, we're going to get all these websites in our network, and then we're going to hit the switch and open up our mobile application that's going to allow you to have a bot working for you on our websites. Not only will you have a version of you working on these sites as a sales agent to make commissions when things are sold, or if you generate leads on those sites, you can also have it trade Forex. You can have it trade for stocks with different plugins, because it's going to be open API for the developer community to go in and build things for people to make money. So what that is in essence, if for those who are listening and don't understand what I'm saying, is we typically go to a job, we trade time for money, and then we wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. But with our model, with our invention, it's called the workforce leveraging system. You'll have a bot working for you as if you're at work, but you're not. And when it sells things, you get paid for it, and you get paid instantly. Not every 2 weeks, you get paid instantly with blockchain technology. So just depending on the speed of the blockchain, we're starting with Ethereum, which is basically allows you to, it's digital money. You can transact and people can see it on the public ledger. But it's going to take jobs from horse and buggy to an electric car overnight, is the analogy I use over and over. But that's really what we're looking at, right? We're going to change it from working 40 hours, some people 60, 70 hours a week. We're going to change that from that to as low as a half an hour to an hour a week, where you're just managing your bot. That's it. The half hour, 1 hour work week.
Talking about changing the whole capitalist system right now, man. People can work 30 minutes and they talking about making live. So like, if I understand how blockchain works, though, you have to have a lot of processing power for this. So you need thousands, if not millions, of subscribers for this to work the way you're talking about doing. Correct?
Well, we're actually starting off on Ethereum, which is already stable, and the nodes the network is big enough to handle it. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to, outside of our protocol in general, we don't have to build any of our own blockchain technology to start out. Once we build our community up big enough, then we're going to move to our own blockchain.
Mm. So basically, you're setting it up so that we don't have to really work 40, 50 hours a week just to get something done for our own businesses.
You can spend more time with
for the simple-minded people like myself, because I don't know tech. But yes, that's dope. I also used to work at Apple, so I know how you felt doing that. The micromanaging is so annoying. And I was tier 2 too, so I feel you.
You can relate completely, 100%.
Yes.
Worse and worse. But yeah, it's twofold. So for the everyday small business that just wants a virtual agent on their site, they just pay a fixed price to us directly, and we provide them with a dashboard where they can manage their agents, and they can change the conversation of how it speaks to people visiting their site. That's the B2B part. The B2C part that I just spoke about is for the everyday person like me, you, your mom, my mom. They can have a robot work. They pay a subscription every month, and they power the bot with our cryptocurrency tokens. So the more tokens they have, like Chuck E. Cheese, the more you can play. So the more tokens you have, your bot works for you in our network. They don't have to have any experience. We train the bots for them. They're just piggybacking off what we've already created as a sales agent on that website.
And you said it would be able to do your trading for like Forex and everything like that. Stocks as well.
Yeah, it's going to be completely open for developers to create different applications, in essence, plugins that you want your bot to do. So if you want skill sets as well, if you want to, like the Matrix, if you want to download a language, like if you want your bot to know Chinese, then you can basically, if it's free, you can download and add it to your bot. If that developer charges for it, then you would basically pay for it. But yeah, it's nothing like this has ever been seen before. So you guys are really getting like seeing this before when it upticks next year. You guys are like, yeah, I remember this here. It's a game changer. It's just really.
Don't forget about the small people now when you make it.
Yeah, man. Shoot, if you talking about early investment into this stuff,
how can I invest? That's my next question. How can I invest so that I no longer have to work a 60-hour shift or 60-hour week job in the next 5?
Yeah, so when the we're doing developments right now. It's in development right now, but you probably won't be able to see it on the screen, but we're doing some early testing and everything right now, but we have the mobile application in process. So it'll be out next year. Our goal is to build out the community first and the network. So when you guys your bot is working on those websites, it'll have somewhere to make money.
okay.
And our bots are called A clones. Where the name of the company comes from, you may be curious of what aphid is. It's an insect that can clone itself. So you have a clone working for you.
I'm surprised you don't got some questions, Uncle Pooh Berry. Normally you really like me. This is
Yeah,
all
I'm trying to catch up. Well, that AI is like, that's next level stuff. So I don't fully understand how it operates, but I'm just curious to one, how much does it cost?
For the initial subscription, it's only it's a one-time membership fee of $20. That's it. And then if you want your bot to use plugins and things like that, then you would go to a higher tier, like it's the second plan or the third plan for it to, where you have your bot is summoned out more. Your A clone is summoned out more to do more tasks depending on the plan that you have.
I mean, like for the business, for the small business, what
okay. So for the business side of things, it's just $79 a month for that, on the first tier. But if you want your bot to do like upselling, like surveys, recommendations, things like that, advanced metrics, then you would pay for the tier 2 one, which is $500 a month.
What's the website?
Aphid.io, APHID.io. The third tier will be machine learning and deep learning, which is a whole nother thing. We can kind of go down a rabbit hole. I won't go that far, but that's when the bot will start to learn on its own.
Yeah, explain deep learning like people are like we're 5,
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm about 2 on learning this technology.
I know a little bit of machine learning. When you said deep learning, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So in the different tiers, there's AI, which is a bot that's behaving like a human, but it doesn't get smarter over time. It only does what you program it to do. You set rules to it. If this is said, then this is said, right? That's the AI. Then you have machine learning, which is learned from the data that's ingested to it. So if you're shopping, for instance, Freddie, if you're shopping and you're like, do you have the Jordan, whatever, Jordan 11s? And they say, I don't know what Jordan 11s is. The bot doesn't know what that is. It'll now take that data and say, okay, let me store that. So next time I know what to look for. That's machine learning. It's learning from its mistakes and things like that. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So AI, machine learning, deep learning. Deep learning is where it has what's called neural networks. So anytime you hear neural, it's just neurons in our brain. So all of how it connects with the synapses to the next neuron and they're talking to each other. It's learning on its own completely. It's thinking as if it's a human brain off that data. So machine learning, for instance, an example of machine learning and deep learning, you can think of like Uber cars that are going to start driving by themselves. It'll record everyone driving. When people are not crashing and they're stopping at a certain time, a certain feet, it'll say, okay, people typically on average stop about, let's just say 2.5 feet behind a car. It'll start to take that and grow the brain of the Uber cars across the board. So now the other cars are like, okay, this is where we need to stop to prevent an accident. So eventually there will be 0 accidents because it's learning from the data to say, oh, it crashed when this happened. And then then they're putting X-rays and things like that onto the cars too. They have Teslas, they have like 8 X-rays or something on them crazy. because they're going to do robo taxis too. So when this happens and it grows over time, there are going to be no accidents. That's how machine learning is working in deep learning, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, man. This is some great stuff. So,
Pops, what you think of all that? I know Pops is into technology.
Me?
Yeah, what you think of all that?
I'm flabbergasted. I mean, I'm amazed at what's going on. I saw this morning, and I know I haven't seen this morning with two robots out there dancing with the capabilities of dancing just like a human. You know, the only thing was that they were put together.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they use their actions on human beings because there's no way that you could have nobody do what they were doing unless there was a human action portrayed with some robot, you know.
Yeah.
So what he's saying, I mean, I'm all ears. I'm listening. Beautiful. Because I honestly figured out, I always talk about the technology and what's happening. And I honestly believe that this is that corner I keep talking about returning. I've seen so many younger people that have even been on this program and everything. Everybody's going in another direction, but they're going in another direction as a whole. Like everybody is going to come together at the end of the road, and we'll never be going back from where we came from.
Correct.
We're on our way. That's all I can say.
Correct.
I'm actually interested in this B2C model. So, like, as a person who, like, if I pay my $20 subscription, right? Like, at what level of money do I need to subscribe to for my bot to be making enough to say my mortgage is like $1,200 a month? How much I gotta subscribe to a month for my bot to be able to take care of my mortgage?
Yeah. So on the typical first tier plan, the chances of that occurring will be a lot less because we only allow it to be summoned 250 times a month, and then it resets at the beginning of the month. So we'll give you 250 free summons. That's just based upon the metrics of e-commerce of how many times does it take to get a potential sale. Now your bot may get lucky and it might sell a refrigerator on one of our partner websites, and you're getting 1.9% of whatever that total is from that sale that you generated there. Okay. So it really depends on how lucky you get for that bot. Now, when you take it into your own hands to say, okay, well, I want my bot to be summoned a lot more, we basically say, okay, well, just buy these Chuck E. Cheese tokens, right? And for, it's like 6 cents a summon, for example, right? A summon is basically a website saying, hey, I need you over here. And then it comes to the site and then it tries to make a sale on that particular website. So there's a potential return on investment on that should a lead or a sale happen for that particular summon. So the more tokens you have, the more your bot will be summoned out to those websites. And you can increase it as much as you want to with the buying power from the token. It's a utility token specifically.
Okay, this is interesting. So it's really it's based on what your partners are with what this new technology would be and what their wares are. So like, is it just universal for whatever as many people that are connected with this, or is it like I can set, like you said, I can control it at a certain point. I can set to say I noticed that a lot of people are buying X product over here, and I'm like, I want my bot to only be pushing that stuff because I know there's a better chance of a sale happening over there. Can you do that, or is it just all whatever the machine needs to grab a bot for? They just happen to grab yours first, and that's what it is. Is it like a priority system you can upgrade stuff into?
Yeah. So initially it's randomized, but we'll not to like let certain things out, but in the future we'll have a certain, most likely we'll have a certain ranking system where people can bid on particular areas of high traffic.
And is the 1.9%, is that set in stone, or can you also upgrade your percentage based on like your allowed number of sales or whatever? I'm assuming this is a whole intricate network of this, because 1.9%. I mean that like I said, that's whatever it is to some people. But like if you're really trying to get into the game and you're trying to win it, you want to know all your options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So initially we're just starting off with a certain phase one. And then we are like a lot of the things you're talking about, we have in the pipeline. We just have to feed people in a piecemeal. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
can
I understand. You know,
proof of concept first, and then we'll start to bring in a lot more of the, you know, different things where you can utilize your advantage more. And that's what the plugins are for too. You know, that's just our particular proof of concept to say, hey, this is how you can make money without doing manual labor for it. And then the imagination of the community is going to develop things like the forex trading and things like that with the bots automatically that will get you to, like you said, 1,200 a week, or you know, it just depends on the algorithms and the reviews of, you know, the plugins that you purchase in our ecosystem, right? But you'll have a dashboard, so it's clear. You're going to have a dashboard where you can see how much you've made from each particular plugin and vertical that we have in one system. It's called our control panel.
right. I mean, like, dude, I'm trying to get to the point where, you know, me and Grandpa don't gotta buy beer no more. Like this, like we got our beer bot, and it goes out and makes us enough money so that we can have these Uber cars deliver us beer automatically. You know what I'm saying? You know,
You're looking for a physical robot, is what it sounds like you need.
oh no. He's talking about these sales bots, right? Like, we're talking about, like, if we can buy stuff with the money we make off these things. I mean, if I gotta go out and buy the beer myself, as long as I don't gotta earn the money to do it, that's what I'm looking for.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
It's
But okay, so I'm wondering, like, with this, would it be able to do like promotional things? Like, a lot of people make money off of Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Would it be able to go in and say, okay, at 3:00 we need to post this is our new product on here? Would it be able to do things like that, or is that like, would that be a separate entity because Instagram is its own app?
It's open API, so we can connect it to anyone that lets us connect to their API. So
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook do have APIs that connect. So yes, there will be things to do all of that. Post on Twitter,
Yeah.
LinkedIn, you got it. Yeah.
Okay, that takes away from me having to do all that because I forget to post about my own stuff. So that works. That's cool.
I'll give you guys in the chat too. I'm sending you guys a private link to early subscribe to create your Acorn.
What is an API for those who don't know?
An API in sixth grader form is something that basically gives you the keys to the house.
Okay.
So if Instagram is Airbnb, they're basically giving you the keys to their house so you can go in and spend a couple of days there to see what's in the refrigerator.
Okay, I can dig that, man. Like, this is
I'm an analogy guy, so that's the best way I can try to bring it.
I'm not saying that was the best way to break it down ever.
like, I'm definitely going to, you know, like, subscribe to this. But so I mean, like, I guess I'm really interested in, like, so I'm not a business owner or anything like that for real. But I'm interested in Uncle Pooh Bear's thoughts on this applications and stuff, because he's an online business. So, like, what do you think about hearing all this stuff?
Man, I'm looking over the roadmap right now.
We a live show, Uncle Pooh Bear. You gotta give thoughts, man.
Wait, shit. I'm
He's
interested.
doing his research.
All right, I'm over here. I read about the team. Like, like I'm all in right now. Do you got a beta for the businesses?
Yeah, we're in pilot right now.
Is that the same link that you sent?
No. So for businesses, it's just go to the homepage, and then you'll see where it says join pilot program.
Okay.
Just if you fill out that form, it goes to our sales team, and our VP will reach out to you, our VP and sales manager.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, man. So back to the deep learning thing, man. So I'm assuming there's like a deeper goal, because like right now you're talking about like a lot of blockchain stuff. So like, how are you said that eventually one point you guys are going to have your own, like what avenues are you guys taking to get to that goal right now, if you could talk about it?
Yeah, so our goal is, once the platform is live or our token is live, to power the B2C. That's when the token goes live, is when B2C goes live. So the tokens will power the Acorns, right? Once we build the community up to where we come to a consensus to say, you know, do we want to stay on Ethereum, or is it time to go ahead and move to our own? Then we're going to go ahead and move it over. because we ultimately we want people to be able to build in pre-existing programming languages, Python and R, whatever it may be. But those are the typical one. Typically, those are the programming languages that are used for machine learning and deep learning.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we got auntie finally joined. We got the other auntie. My auntie. We got the universal auntie and Nisi over here. But we got my auntie over here finally joining in. I know you just got out. Brandon was talking about his company, Aphid, and like how he had dropped a bunch of knowledge bombs on us, auntie.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come back and watch. I apologize for being late since, as you said, I'm finally here. Don't do me, nephew. Don't do me. I've been working. Hey, Niecy. Hey, Auntie Niecy. Hey, Pops.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Brandon.
Brandon just broke down like he's got this B2B and B2C model about how he's helping automating sales for like corporations and create making you a digital clone that also does sales for you, make money on the side. I mean, this is some great stuff.
Yeah.
Like they've only been out 2 years, and like this is for real. He's like, oh yeah, you might also like this, auntie. He left Apple for this. He's like, I'm done with Apple. He's on our side.
But did Pops find that more impressive than NASA and the 10 out of 10? Did Pops sit up on that? So Brandon, are you drinking?
Not yet, but I'm
Okay.
gonna get some Jameson. Like I said, I've been laying down all day, so I couldn't get right up to it. But I'm on Jameson later. Right now, I just got some hot chocolate. I ain't doing nothing.
Hot chocolate.
Can I say something?
Yeah, Grandpa.
I see the brilliance of people emerging now. I've been optimistic for a long time, but now I see it is here and here to stay. If anybody recalls, we was always talking about Timbuktu. And the people left Timbuktu and came here educated. And then we were deprived of our education. And we had to learn all over again. And now we're back. We're back to stay. And thank you, young people, because y'all exposing it. Who we are. We are mighty people. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's important for me to talk about these things to the people who don't understand that certain technologies, right? We as especially people of color are always consumers, and we're buyers of things we don't create ourselves, and we have no ownership. And we also have the separate issue of being in competition with each other. Everyone wants their own name on the building, but there's so much power in being collaborative, right? And joining forces and joining brains and to talk about what's happening on the other side of the spectrum. There's a financial reset and things like that that are going on behind the scenes. And if we don't get with the times early, then we'll ultimately start to repeat and we'll be behind another 100 years. So, we have to start using our brain power and putting it into things that we can actually pass down for generational wealth. And so I'm just glad I'm not one of those people who will withhold information. I want as many as our people to know, what it is that we're doing and how I can help inspire people and things like that.
Brother, who like inspired you growing up? Like, how did you get into this space? Like, what was?
Yeah, my uncle taught me when I was, I would say 15 or younger, around that time. And I didn't really understand computers like that. He was like Bill Gates to me. And I was like, man, I used to have like 20 computers in his basement. He used to tell me about it all the time, but I never pursued it at all. But I've always naturally just been good with computers since, the AOL chat days and all the dial-up and everything. That was my introduction to actually using it. And it just naturally came to me. I ended up working at Circuit City and different places like that to enhance my skill set. But it wasn't my first love. The cliche, it was always basketball and music for me, but I completely dropped it. A lot of people don't know. I used to be with Universal, but I dropped music because, I wanted to do something different for our people. Because if you say, who was our Mark Zuckerberg? Who was our Bill Gates? We don't have one. There's no person that you can name. And I know that there's no answer for it, right? So if I can be that or influence someone else to be that, then I think that's mission accomplished. But my inspiration is my uncle, and then business wise would be Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs. Have been the people that have influenced my career the most.
You know what's dope? What I love the most about what you said, if you're not that, you want to influence that. A lot of people don't even think about that. You're like, I just want it to happen. I don't care how it happens, just it needs to happen. So that's dope that you said that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Like I think, to more Auntie's point, because like Brandon talks about, he likes to use like allegories and things. I mean, a lot of people in our community, I should say, I'm not going to say that. There are people who, of every place, think less about being a link and more about being a fuse. Like they want to blow up and that's it. Like
come on, dropping gems, nephew.
I was thinking the
Come
same.
on, right? I was
Like,
he got
Les
real
Brown or
creative right
something, huh?
there.
he got
Had
deep
your Les
on
Brown
us.
on early, man.
Right,
Come on, they want to blow up. Like,
you see, I
like that.
couldn't
I'm
even
dropping
take
that
a
on the
sip. I
shoulder.
was like, oh, I'm still in that, nephew. Oh, still in it.
I already got a t-shirt made. My machine, my bot made it for me.
Hey, I want my 1.9% of those sales.
All I gotta do is add one extra word to it. It's all mine. One extra word.
But no, I mean, like a lot of the stuff that I'm sorry, Grandpa.
No, I was gonna say we've always been creative of a people, and now we got an outlet. I can see it. We've always been creative. A lot of stuff that was done, which we helped do, which we never was credited for helping out. But now that we have this new social media and things are getting out, but back to what I said before, we on our way.
So Auntie, like, I want to bring it to you because you haven't really been here for most of this, but like, so you like, how do you think about this? Like what we're talking about. So like his B2B and B2C business. Like we kind of gave you a quick blurb, but so you are like he has a tool that he's launching now for businesses that, as opposed to having like, because you said there's normally when people ask questions, they're normally the same couple questions, except for rare occasions. So he made a tool where it automatically answered these people's questions, and depending on your tier list, can upsell them to do more for you. So like, how do you think about that as an online business owner? I mean, or just like as a person in general, like this is some, we hear about it in like the big corporations, but like as someone who looks like us, who has their own company, who's doing it, like what do you think about all this type of stuff?
Automation is bae. Like as soon as I came on and somebody said something about, oh, he does automation, I was like, yes, like that's, what else do you need to say? Like automation is everything. It's everything. It doesn't make sense because the more that you have automated, the more as a business owner, the more time I have and more brain space I have to keep growing my business and working on my business and not having to do these things inside the business that are routine. So anything that's automated, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I perked up as soon as I heard automation. I was like, automation, yes.
So I think the good brother was talking about like it what is it? It reduces. I don't want to mess it up, man. Can you say it again? It was like 70% and 30%. I don't want to mess up the which way you said it.
No problem. Yeah. So it can increase sales up to 67%, and it also reduces operational costs by 30%. Really more if you had if you were paying a live sales agent to work on a website, a salary is actually a lot more than that too.
Yes.
So it sounds like it sounds like a chatbot, right?
That's what I was about to say. So is it so it's basically a plugin that we can put on our sites?
Yeah,
but it's more intelligent than the typical ones. That's what
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let me let you explain shit.
Are you good? You're good. You'll be able to choose different templates. So if you're in real estate, you go into real estate bot, you can just choose that template and it'll ingest into what's called a IDE decision tree.
Mm-hmm.
It shows when this is said, what do you want it to say next? If this is said, if it says no, you want it to say this. And once you configure it and say, all right, this looks good, You be able to hit a test button. You can play with it, and once you like it, you just hit publish. It gives you a little code script, just like MySpace or back in the day, Black Planet gave you a little code. Your IT manager would just post it in your code. So it'll work for Wix, WordPress, Squarespace. You can deploy as fast. Eventually, you'll be able to deploy as fast as half an hour to an hour.
And that's dope because like right now I currently use MiniChat, you know, but with those flows, you have to create it all yourself. So to have templates already set up for you, you got a fitness industry one?
Yeah, it'll be so what we're doing now, where we currently are right now, we're in pilot. So
Okay.
we're with the cannabis industry first. And then once we finish our pilot and do everything with cannabis, we're going to open it up for all the other templates in the main industry. So banking, weddings, you name it, we'll have templates for them, but it's open for the developer community to create their own too.
Sweet.
That's
Come on
cool.
with it, brother Brandy.
Appreciate
So
it.
like
We really don't have anybody in the Black community that is working on our technology side to make it easier for us, if that makes sense. We just don't have that in the forefront. You know what I mean? Like we don't have that shown right now. Everything technology is normally someone that is not of color. So I'm just proud to be Black and have a Black man working on it for us. So I love it.
You even got your black shirt, Auntie Nisa.
Yeah, I really had on some workout gear, but I had to cover up because I didn't want them to think I was trying to show no skin or nothing like that. So,
girl, you trying to get more subscribers to the page, girl.
y'all,
help my nephew out. Help my nephew out, girl.
No, I was sitting, I was feeling, I had on my sports gear.
Nisa, what you want to do? I mean, I don't want to stop her shine.
No, I don't want to steal no shine. I was like, let me be a little bit more appropriate. Pop's gonna be on here. Let me throw a shirt on top because I don't want them to be like, this girl that really came over here and showed her body out. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I won't embarrass my podcast people or myself.
That's what's up.
Were you saying, Uncle Pooh Bear? You were talking about something?
Okay, so like the you saying the AP it's an open the developers can come in and add to it. You call that something. I forgot what it was.
Open API.
Yeah, okay, I was right. I was gonna say open API, I just wasn't certain. Yeah, so that's kind of like Shopify, huh? Like Shopify is open, or even WordPress. That's an even better example.
So we'll phase it out in that way where eventually we'll make it plugins in those marketplaces too. Just starting off, it's going to be script based.
Right. Okay.
We're taking it in phases. All of these things aren't complete, but they're being worked on by our development team right now. So just preparing for it in that order.
Yeah, I see the roadmap. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to ask something. Go ahead.
So for the pilot program, you're only taking people in the cannabis industry, or would you can somebody else get in? And
everyone can sign up now. Once pilot ends, then it's going to be open for us to create across all verticals. So it'll be plug and play. Most of our sales team is going to be spending most of the time on the tier 2, tier 3 clients. The first tier that's automatic, you just pay your $79 a month, and it'll be plug and play. It's going to be nice and easy for you. You won't even need assistance. We'll have different walkthrough, called tooltips, and like learning videos and things like that to help assist people too.
So that was going to be my question. I was going to say, are we exchanging information after this? Because I need to get on that waiting list.
Oh yeah, we definitely, like Randy, when the show ends, don't
drop the link in there too.
Bam.
For the businesses, if you go in the chat, you can fill that form out too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for that. Appreciate
it. We do a powwow after the show, so like the guests don't quite leave yet because we can exchange info and everything. We don't want the general public to know about. But
now my number is 777-9311. You got to be slick with it. Say 9311 to see who catches it. Nephew, do you know that reference? Please tell me you know that reference.
I'm not saying nothing about nothing.
Oh,
How
nephew,
you not
you
know that
don't know.
reference? It's
Why you
Uncle
guys throwing
Prince.
me under the bus right now? I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how to get my bot to give me more than 1.9% right now.
Well, your
Hello.
body needs to tell you that you need to listen to Prince. Like, how did you not know that?
See, you know, that's definitely an auntie thing. Y'all done connected and started ganging up on people. But it's all right.
No.
You'll know
Dang.
if you listen, you hear the song, you'll know it off jump.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Just throw your local area code on there and you're good. I actually did that.
Yeah.
Somebody asked for my girlfriend's number and they was like, man, she just so fly to me. And I was like, that's all right. I'm gonna give it to you. And when I gave it, he was so excited. He was like, thank you so much. I was like, oh, po thing. I can't wait for him to call that number and see what.
That's bold.
Why y'all didn't correct me? I didn't know that wasn't Prince. I thought that was Prince. It's Morris Day. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
The time.
My bad. Excuse me.
You gotta include the time when you say Morris Day. You know, you don't want to disrespect.
Right, this is it. In time, you gotta do your shuffle with it.
But all right, so we wind it down so we can make sure we can get our powwow on time. So I don't, you know, I'm back. I'm still on the plantation. I can't just.
Oh, you're not off today?
You back to work, huh?
Oh,
I'm working right now.
I only drank one beer today.
Just paying the bills, you know. Just you good.
Until the bot comes.
I'm not like Nisi who has a harem. You know, people taking care of her just out here in these streets. But
I wish somebody was taking care of me. I pray every day that God will give me somebody to take care of me. Good care. Because I am more than just somebody who can type very fast. I need more, you know. I'm a whole personality.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's do our thing when we do our final thoughts. I want to go. Let me go with the aunties first. Nisi, give your final thought on everything that happened today.
I gotta go first.
Yes.
Final thoughts. I think Brandon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is his name?
This is right there.
I think that you are doing an awesome thing, not only for just our communities, but just for the world, just to make it better for our world. And I hope that it blows up 30 times more than what you even expect. So good job and shout out to you. And hopefully one day I can get a business and a bot and I can get taken care of as well. So
maybe the bot can take care of you.
I need the bot to take care of me and a husband. Can I get one special?
Yes, it'll ask the pre-qualifying questions. Let's see.
Maybe I can make a dating site and then the bot can pre-qualify my husband or somebody.
You gave up too much free game. Now someone else is gonna do that. So,
don't steal my idea. I'm finna copyright it now.
It's on camera right now that we got proof that it was our idea. It was
our idea first.
Boom.
Okay, Auntie, what you?
So since I just got here, as my nephew likes to keep saying, I would say my final thoughts are that I'm so, like, every time I come, I'm just always amazed at looking at the screen because, Brandon, do you mind me asking how old you are?
34.
34. Okay, so we got 34 creating the technology that 91 has not seen, and 91 is going to be excited to see. And 91 has always encouraged technology. So it's just like, I'm doing a shameless plug, even if one day there's not a shameless plug, but a plea maybe, you know, that when things get going, even if it's just like a demo, so Pops can see how it goes, you know, but it's just the future of technology. And just to see these, 4 generations here, 1, 2, 3, 4 generations here, and just hearing what the future is about to bring, and then to see a young black man at the forefront. I love it. I'm proud of you. Don't know you nephew, but you're my nephew now. Welcome, nephew Brandon.
Dante.
We have a whole family here for long.
Man, come on. That's what we do. You're part of the fam now. Because the Brandons in the family are wild hunteds. So the fact that you about to pull out JMO on a Wednesday, let me know you are part of the family. So,
it is almost New Year's Eve, so
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll be happy for you.
What about you, Uncle Boo? What's your final assessment of today?
Man, I think what the brother doing is pretty dope. I'm with Chris. I love to see. First of all, shout out to Chris talking about calling Pops 91 like he in a frat or something.
91. That's 91. You got to show respect where respect is due.
You know, may I speak?
Oh,
Yeah,
go for it, man.
91 can do what he want to do.
All right, but I'm gonna take over.
give me a final thought, Grandpa.
I'm so happy to see all this creativity has been going on for the past few months. You know, I started out at the beginning of the computer age for the consumer, and that was when I learned that you could take binary numbers, one and a two, on and off, and make a language and another language, and it keeps on piling up. Now I'm seeing this thing now where it started out with this binary language of ones and twos or zeros and ones, whatever.
Zeros and
Now
ones.
I can tell Alexa to play my favorite song, Gladys Knight and the Pips, you know. So
Midnight train to Georgia.
yeah, my night train. I'm so happy to see this creativity amongst my people because there ain't no stopping it. See, I'm looking at this from Pompey's head, I guess. There ain't no stopping us now. And I see a people who's on the move, and they say I'm too optimistic and a lot of pessimism. But as far as I'm concerned, we on the road. When we on the road and we only going in one direction, that's forward. Amen.
Come on there, Pops.
Amen.
Boy,
It sound like a
gems
word
today. Hello.
Yeah.
Pass the Cash App plate. Pass the Cash App plate.
He needed the cloth and the napkin, you know.
I'm just happy to see all that's been going on. Young men and things.
What about you, Brandon, man?
That
What you think?
creativity we've been having for years and years, but we never had no way to express ourselves. So somebody else took that creativity and they expressed it for themselves. But now we together.
Yeah.
What you,
Yeah.
Brandon? Don't forget to, when you give your final thought, give your plug for your site and everything again, and all that good stuff. If you have any social medias you want to, so people can reach out to you, whatever, plug those too.
Yeah, so our website is aphid.io, aphid.io. And we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, LinkedIn. You can type in aphid, you'll see different username on Twitter and Instagram. But if you just type in aphidfs, you'll see it come up on those two. My personal ones, I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere. Just Brandon Cooper. If you just type in Brandon Cooper, you should see it. I might be at the top. If not, then the zeros in Cooper for the last in Cooper are zeros. So follow me there, and I'll follow you guys back. Everyone tap in, and appreciate you guys having me, and just talking about the future.
Excellent. Well, my final thought is, I'm happy to have ran into this good brother because now.
Wait a minute, hold on. Can I put up my church finger?
Okay, that's fine.
Your uncle didn't finish his final thought. He got Debo by 91. Yeah, because I know you closed
time got taken.
Just in case your uncle still had a final thought. He got Debo real quick because I know nephew got to shut it down.
I just want
to see that's what a good wife will do for you. Make sure no matter what you get to have your say. Uncle Pooh Bear was chilling, but
I was just gonna let it happen, man.
Auntie came in with the baseball bat.
Come on, not my man.
Come on.
I just want to say we need to have more people that want to be a link instead of a bomb.
Hey, a fuse.
Oh, and I messed it up.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Grandpa taking over Uncle Pooh
Bear. Gladys Knight, and Alexa picked it up, and now she's playing me.
Yeah, she started playing as soon as you said it. She was like, "Oh, you want to hear? Here you go."
Like Brandon said, the machine don't forget.
No.
That was a powerful statement about the fuse because I deal with it firsthand. I have a really strong network of people who have very important people right at their disposal that could have got me funding, they made a call. They've seen me grind for years with doing different things and finding my way, and they've never opened the door. Help has never came ever. So it is that statement was really, really important. And once we get there, we have to open up doors and spread knowledge because it's the crabs in the barrel effect is really what's hindering us. We're
That's it.
fighting our own and fighting the other side, and it shouldn't be any sides, honestly. But that's just
Yeah.
the war we're in.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. So
Good talk.
that's just gonna be my final thought because I want to make sure we can get our power after this. So everybody, thank you for this. Don't log out, Brandon or Nisi. Thank you, everybody. This is this episode, and we'll see you guys next year. How you do this? Stop recording. All right.
Wow.